Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. I rise tonight on adjournment to make another contribution for the day around this government and the way they treat people with disrespect, the way they say all sorts of things that they are going to do for the community or imply that they will do for the community, way that they say they stand up for and back in people of our community. On a day that's so important for Tasmanians, on a day that in our private members' time I raised on behalf of Tasmanian farmers serious issues that are causing them great distress in terms of the impact of transmission lines on Tasmanian farms. And then tonight at 5:59, right before the bell of adjournment, the Minister for Energy puts out a press release having a go at Tasmanian Labor. Well, I want that minister to either come into this chamber and stand up and face me when he puts out a media release, or at least be honest about what actually happened in this place today. Be honest with the people of Tasmania and be honest with Tasmanian farmers about what actually happens in this place. I choose to, and many of our colleagues choose to, leave our families behind to come to this place, to spend our lives committed to working hard for good, to be positive in this place, and to put up with people being so, and I have to tell you, I haven't quite learned the words you're allowed to use in this place yet, and I know the words you're not allowed to use, but today I'm furious. It has not been a week since I was and Tasmanian Labor were misrepresented in this place, and it's happened again today. Minister Barnett, do not ever misrepresent me, and do not do it again, because today you have put out a press release saying that we've voted against the interests of farmers, that we have voted against the interests of our farmers being in a position where they can be supported to get ongoing and contemporary compensation under contracts for the transmission lines that impact their productive land. I spent 40 minutes this afternoon repeating really clearly the work that we've been doing with Tasmanian farmers. I spent time in this place this afternoon, having spent months working with, meeting on farmers' lands.
Ms Finlay, I need to alert you that you're not allowed to reflect on the debate.
I'm reflecting on a
today,
media release that was put out this afternoon at 5:59. In a media release that was put out this afternoon by Minister Barnett saying that something that is not true about me in this place. I'm responding on a personal reflection in a media release that was put out at 5:59 today that we voted against the interests of farmers. That is not true. Minister Barnett cannot continue in media releases to misrepresent the facts in this place. The facts are that Tasmanian Labor support Tasmanian farmers. The facts are that Tasmanian Labor support Tasmanian farmers that are attempting to be treated respectfully, but attempted to trust this government because they have been told repeatedly, and were told again today in a very light-hearted manner, that they would absolutely be supported in their attempts to be compensated in a fair way. Now, in a media release this afternoon that I am reflecting on in this place, Minister Barnett attempted to say that we voted against that. Well, what we did was we put a motion towards this parliament this afternoon. In your media release, Minister Barnett, you cannot say to the Tasmanian people that we do not support Tasmanian farmers. Tasmanian Labor and I, as a shadow for primary industries and water, absolutely stand strongly with Tasmanian farmers. And if there is anybody that reads what has been put out by Minister Barnett and questions that or questions our support, then I ask them to come and speak to me, because the farmers that we're talking to, the farmers that we know who are being disrespected and feel like they're, to quote a farmer, second-class citizens in the contributions that they are trying to put up on behalf of themselves, their families, their children and future generations, they are feeling disrespected. And what you have just done this afternoon is make it feel worse for them. They are already anxious and stressed. And when you continue to put out in the public realm information like this, which is just untrue, it is appalling. Tasmanian Labor were proactive, and today we stood up for Tasmanian farmers. We backed in their need to have ongoing contemporary contracts for compensation around transmission lines, and I will not have anybody, Tasmanian Labor will not have anybody intentionally misrepresent us in this place.